Welcome back to the Olga S. Pérez show. I'm your host, Olga. How you doing? How's everybody doing? Don't, don't look at my hair, okay? It's still wet. I feel like a wet dog that just came out of the pool and like shook itself. I don't know, maybe that's a bad example, but you feel me? You feel me? And I'm like, oh, you know, I had 1,000 things I was going to talk about today. Okay, I'm exaggerating, not 1,000, but a lot. I'm like, do I talk about the Olympics? Do I talk about Elon Musk and the Donald Trump combo that happened on X? Do I do a live reaction? I'm doing a headset today because I think that's going to hide my hair. So, I'll tell you that since I couldn't make up my mind, and I'm like, so there's a new artist. I just saw it today. Like, not just happened, right? I was just curious. And I go to the boob tube and I go, what's trending? And this artist I've never heard of. And I'm really curious, but I'm like, should I do it? Because did I get copyright stricken again? Let me show you the last live that I did, the live reaction, Sansom, $1 Million Baby remix. I'll show you that much. So immediately, like maybe an hour or two afterwards, I got a copyright strike. Hold on, we're gonna get to that in a second. I was like, here we go again. I'm like, it could be a bot, whatever, right? So I clicked the option they give you to dispute it. And typically, especially Sansom, I've done so many Sansoms, right? No problem. Came back, not even a week later, basically. Not even, because what I did it last Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. Okay. And dispute was rejected. I'm like, so I click on it to see like what part. Guys, like literally the first 40 seconds. Like when I literally say, real live raw reaction starting now, and like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So apparently I didn't pause. Remember, I keep saying I got to pause every 30 seconds because again, when everyone else is out there, like whoever's out there and they're like, oh, you pause too much. Honey, these are live reactions. Okay. You want real. That's what separates me from everybody else. Okay. But this is why I need you to become a member, not to try to plug it in, but I'm plugging it in. Become a member. Shop in my merch store, buy me a coffee, all the links in the description below. And you're like, why is she doing it? Nobody does shit for free. Number one. Number two, do you understand how many YouTubers have you seen that have gone the deep end? Because you cannot satisfy everybody that wants certain things a certain way. Then you lose your humanity. Are you understanding this? I was just on the phone right before this live with a friend who also watches the show. And I'm very grateful. They happen to really like the show. And they're like, I get disappointed when I can't actually join you live. But of course, I always have the option of the replay. And so, all right, that's cool. That's cool, right? That's great. But I go, dude, it's different than like people like, don't want to fucking give her credit, but like say Whoopi Goldberg on The View, who makes like $98,000 a month. Like she doesn't give a fuck. Like it doesn't matter. She doesn't get shadow banned. She doesn't. Do you understand? And if we want more real people, we got to support real people. Anyway, I love you. Shout out to all my members, both on the boob tube and on locals. One and the same. I'll shout you out. I'm not saying you have to be a member on both. It's just that on locals is where I'm completely real, raw, uncensored, unfiltered. Like I'll literally even take my blazer off and like I'll show you all the good, the bad, and the ugly. But, and I personally make sure that I speak and read every single chat in local. So if you really want to talk, honey, that's where we need to meet. Okay. Anyway, before I get started, although I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm definitely going to tell you about that copyright strike, and I want your input. So I'm going to be reading all your live chat. That's number one today. If I do anything today, it's talk to you guys in the live chat. So I hope that most of you can join this live chat. But again, even if you missed the live, make sure to comment below. Your comments are my fuel. You know. Your comments are my fuel. I do read them, and I will respond. Let's keep it going, baby. This is a community. You're my online family. That's no joke. No act, which is why I prefer live streams. Now, for those who don't know who they're dealing with over here, let's give you a little intro and get the party started. Hi, I'm Olga S. Pérez, coming at you live, unleashing the power of perspective, one reaction at a time. I've been a life strategist for over 20 years, and I'm here to share my insights on trending topics, current news, and music videos that we all want to talk about with love and humor. You know, at the very least, if I made you smile, if you're just happy to see me, or you're happy, or I made you smile, you know what I'm saying? If I gave you any positivity, smash that like button. By the way, remember I used to do this? I don't know. I think the new update stopped that. I don't know. People didn't like it. Not on my channel personally. I think because it's like iMac thing. Anyway, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. But yes, I love you. And I thank you for all your love and support and every way you give it to me. Subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? It's not like you got to get all my videos unless you click the all notifications bell, which I do recommend because you never know what's coming. So yeah. So I was talking about how there's this new, let me show you, but I'm wondering maybe I should do this maybe like on Thursday. I'm looking at my calendar and I'm thinking Thursday so far, I got some time on my calendar that I could just log on and just do straight reaction. I'll put the vote in as well. But this one, though, I'm really curious because it was like I said, it was trending. And I'm like, ooh, and it's like an Indian, like Def Jam India. I'm like, ooh, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, but then I'm also concerned that it's going to get copywritten. So if I do it, I'm clearly going to be more cognizant on pausing every 30 seconds, but it obviously messes up with your flow. Let's see. Maybe I won't do it today. Maybe I'll do it on Thursday. God willing, whatever's meant to be will be. My main thing is I wanted to talk to you guys. So thank you for joining the Olga S. Press show live. Not just when you just come by because you want to see a reaction of your favorite artist or maybe a new artist that you're like, ooh, I'm curious to see what anybody else has to, you know, how do they react to it or what do they think or feel about it? I feel you. Who's with me so far? I am live, FYI, on Twitter, aka X, or X, aka Twitter, and Rumble. Guys, you need to subscribe on Rumble. You never know. You know how the boob tube. How about the CEO? Was it the CEO? I mean, God, you know, may she rest in peace. I think that, I don't know if she was a former YouTube CEO or she was the current CEO. Don't get me on this one. But 56 years old, she's out. I wonder why. I can't even mention why. This is why on Locals, I'll tell you everything and all my predictions. Because I'm never wrong if you don't know me. I'm never wrong. Everybody's wrong. I mean, of course. I'm fallible. I'm human. But when I have predictions, when I see people, I can see shit that we all can see the same. I just think that a lot of us just ignore it. I think we're all special. And I think we're all gifted in the sense that we were born like every animal, excuse me, every animal and insect where they have an instinct. You can call it intuition. However you understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is why we call it the Olga S. Perez Show, because it's a show, baby. It's a show. This is where I, you know, take my hat off and relax and talk to you like you're right next to me. In this format, right? In this platform. Anyway, who's with me already? Thank you for joining me. Give me a second. Oh. And don't forget, I don't care where you live in the world. You should tell everybody you meet and in your own language, how you doing? It's an awesome, awesome thing that I learned when I moved to Philadelphia. And if you didn't know, that's where we at. That's where we is. We in Philly. Rocco Branca, yay! I say yay when I see you pop in. Love you. Thank you for joining me. Patrick C. Am I doing it right? Right back at you. Who else is with me? Hey, Tony. Hello, Tony Cubilis. Did I say it right? Because you know I got to read stuff in Spanish. Not only am I dyslexic, and English is my third language. This is the way I roll, okay? Don't get offended, okay, people? All right, grow some. You know what that means? Dale Rose in the house. Yo, Olga, if you're not on the blue team, the boob tube will not cut you in. I love you and so glad you made it here today, but you should know that. Yes. And I was just on the phone with a colleague/friend literally saying that. I'm like, I don't care. We were like, no, you're not really shadow banned. Yes, I am. It's clear. If I do reaction videos, like, okay, at least I get a lot more views. But when I talk about, and I literally said Mr. T, and my friend chuckled. He's like, yeah, we were just talking about that, Dale. Hey, William. Welcome back, my lovely member. I will send you the song you missed. Love you to the millions. Wow, I actually felt that. Don't. You're going to make me cry. I got my tissue. Yeah. You know, do not be, for especially the newcomers, right? Don't be like, what is she? Like, oh, she's all emo. I mean, in a cool way, okay? You know what cool means? Cool means you're okay with yourself. You're okay with being who you are, unapologetically. Hope I said that right. You feel me? Like everyone's just following people typically because they agree. They're like, oh, I agree with that. I'm going to follow that. We're not supposed to agree. First sign of a good friend is when you argue. Second sign of a good friend is when you fight, when you disagree. Okay, that's a good sign. Jeepers, people. We should know this by now. Sean Henry in the house. Good morning, Olga. Well, good afternoon in my neck of the woods, but good morning to you too. My day is guaranteed to be better seeing your smile face in the morning. That's what I'm talking about. How you doing? Just having fun here. We're just having fun. I mean, we gotta have fun. I mean, what the fuck? Okay. I gotta be. Okay, if we talk about gotta be, let's talk about the Olympics. The Olympics. Come on. I thought we were boycotting it. No, apparently people are still watching it. Are they watching it because they just want to comment on it to like create content or create attention or like to be engaged and be part of the world? No judgment here, but just think about it. If you have not figured out at this point how everything's fake, you know what I'm saying? Like you can have a best friend and you can love them and then you find out some real gnarly shit about them. And then you're like, ooh, you just messed up my fantasy about you. But you figured it out, move on, right? It's like, oh, that sucks, but give me a second. Like my phone is blowing up. Why is my phone blowing up? Ooh. Anyway, like I said, we always keep in touch personally on locals. Matter of fact, in case you don't go to the description below, here is the link. Because right after this, I'm going to see you on locals, baby. And I'm really going to go off because I really do have a lot to say. But I know the boob tube doesn't want me to say it. And trust me, you're going to want to tell. Yeah, you're going to want to hear it. And I got you. I got you. Okay, wait. Restream. Just in case you don't know, like, why is she putting the locals there? Because they're having a restream over on locals, my friends. Look at this. Okay. So the Olympics, it's no longer about let the best man win. And you know me, I cut the middle guy. You know what I'm saying? I cut the middle guy out. Like I go from point A to point B. Like we cut all the middle fluff out. And that's where we're at. So if you're not waking up every day going, oh my God, everything's fake. Wake up. Everything is fake. And now with AI, you can't. Come on now. Now with AI, right? Now you can't deny, oh, shoot. Oh, wait till I get into what happened to me. I was in a meeting yesterday, and this woman next to me, it all started with the fact that Philadelphia or Pennsylvania is having this new law, and it's going to be in effect, I guess, in the next year, that you no longer can just get a flight with your ID or like, especially if like you're, flying within like American states, like it's regardless of your passport, you have to have this other ID. And I go, what? And I thought to myself, I do remember kind of reading something about that, but I didn't know it actually went into effect, right? They're like, yeah, but it won't like be real into like full throttle until like a year. And I'm like, really? Why? And they wanted like $60 or $80, something like that. Anyway, money. They wanted money. And I go, are you kidding me? No. See, that's part of the boycott. We should stop traveling. Like, no, I'm done. I'm done with the 9/11 and, we got to do all this and take a picture and stand in line and like we're the criminals. When the border is open, shut up. So I was saying this years ago, but now there's so much proof that is no longer that I'm going, yo, they're just trying to control us. What's up? What's up? What's up? Now, and you know what this person said? And these are people that are educated. In particular, this person was a lawyer. And they go, well, you know what it is? It's discrimination. I'm like, if it's discrimination, you know me, right? I try to keep it cool. Keep it cool. But I'm the real raw girl over here goes, what do you mean? If it's because she goes, because it's because of the immigrants and it's discrimination. That's why they're forcing us to pay. I'm like, but you don't have to pay for it. You don't have to do it. You don't have to pay for it. And I go, and if it was because of discrimination, they don't have to charge us because they don't need any more money. They're clearly sending money all over the world, millions and trillions, like every month, Taliban, all over, right? And I'm being funny about it, okay? I'm just trying to get real. Like, I'm going to talk to you the way I want somebody to talk to me when just get to the point, okay? I don't need the fluff. I don't need your intellectual words. I got them too. Believe me, I do. But at the end of the day, it's like more now than ever. We need like real talk between people, okay? We don't need to be like, I'm a dark web intellectual. I'm You're a shill and you're a sellout. And again, so when I said no, what they want is more control and they want your money. Like they're not taking enough of your money. They want more money for your good. But that's the thing. That's why I said it's discrimination, like racism. And I was like, they don't have to charge you. They don't have to charge you. I'm like, isn't that funny? The DMV people, what do they make a year? I don't know, but let's assume. Assume, make an ass out of you and me. But, I don't know. I would think, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. What's the average income for a DMV employee? What, 30? Tops 40,000, right? They're just executing. They just got their job. But everybody in office, they're coming in with just nothing or a little bit, and they're walking out millionaires. And I go, no. And so this lawyer goes, okay, you're right. It's money and discrimination, both. Like they couldn't give up the notion So again, I'm not trying to beat it. I'm not trying to argue like who's right or wrong. But I love how they do that, right? Where they go, well, yeah, it is money too. Oh, okay. And you're okay with that, right? And this woman sitting next to me says, you know who it is? And she literally says, Mr. T. And again, when I say Mr. T, first of all, that's me being respectful and trying to avoid some bots here. And she goes, but that man, he's just evil. I said, he is? No. Bear with me. They don't know me. And I go, really? How's that? He just says things that he's just so evil. And I said, really? Didn't we all know? And I'm sitting with a table in a conference room of 4 people. That includes me, 4 of us. And I go, so doesn't everybody know that all politicians are like either evil or like liars at the very least, right? And everyone without a flinch, right? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, so they're all liars. So, and I look at the woman and I go, why would you say that about that guy, Mr. T? And she goes, and she literally says, the TV told her that. Stop! 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 I go, yeah! I appreciate your honesty, my friend. My sister, brother, from another mother, however you want to say it. And I go, but you realize, and I give him some backstory. I don't know. Some of you might know this, especially if you follow me on Locals. But in a brief, I actually ran, I didn't run for office, but I studied poli-sci as a minor many, many moons ago. And I got into the whole thing. I volunteered to get someone running to be a governor of New Jersey. And this is like late 90s. And as I'm in that world, it didn't take me long. It took not even like a month. And I went to DC and I'm watching these people and how they're literally everything you see. Everything. I don't care if it's, MTG, like I don't care who you follow, who you like. I've literally been there and seen them. And that's years ago. Nothing's changed. It's gotten worse. And they're all like high-fiving each other and shaking their hands. Like, yeah, man, we did good. Yeah. Like when people say that they're the same bird, you know what I mean? With the 2 wings, like it's not just a figure of speech here. It's a fact. And when I saw that, I realized that even my intentions, as good as they were, or they still are, right? Like I will never be sold. I will never, ever. Money can't buy me. I need money to pay my bills, which is why your support means everything. But it's not but I'd rather make less. I just need enough to survive. I don't need, and I don't like money. Like I don't like, what I love is people, animals, humanity, the sun, the air, the ocean, the water. You know what I mean? I love all those things. And even if somebody said, oh, I'm going to give you all this money if you want to help us protect the water, for example, right? I would just take enough that I need for me, and then the rest of the money would be to fix the problem, to help those who don't have water. For example, I'm just giving you like some examples. And they all sat there in the conference room looking at me like, really? They literally, it was like when you're telling a story and people are like hanging at every word, or hanging like at the edge of their seat. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. And this is why I'm telling you this story, or my experience that literally just happened yesterday, because I go, oh my God. They all agreed that they're all liars. And I go, oh, don't you see? All they do is make us fight with each other. Because that way we're not looking at what the fuck they're doing or not doing. Like, isn't that's, and no one could disagree. All of a sudden we were united. I wish I had a camera on me. Oh, that's another one on my list. I want to buy a camera, body cam, and then put it here on my channel for you. But I'm like, no, I don't have enough members yet. I don't spend unless I have. I do not live on credit. I do not live in debt. Been there, done that. And it took me 10 years to pay off a $150,000 debt. Again, I've told the details, and maybe I can get into it today after this, on this live stream. When I do the restream on Locals, I'll tell you exactly what the fuck and what an asshole. I was young. What do? I had pride, and I'm like, I don't want to claim bankruptcy. It's going to take 10 years, and after all my hard work. Now I do wish I did, because the money that they took just on interest on what I owed. And by the way, I didn't owe anything because I overspent. No, I had a bad business decision with a partner that stole from me. That's another story if you want all the details. Again, on the restream, ask me if you want to know. We'll get into it. Who else? Who else is with me? I want to make sure I say hi to everybody. Samahaman. Great to see you. When did they start the Sean in Oregon? Wait. Maybe there's a conversation that you guys are having that I don't know. Oh, you guys are talking about Liliac. Hey! Everything that Liliac make rocks. They don't know how to make a song that isn't good. I do love them. And I know. I'm thinking, I think, didn't I put that also on the vote? If you guys haven't seen the vote, I posted in the community for you guys to vote. But I'm itching to do Enter Sandman. But I don't know. Should I do it today? Is today a Enter Sandman by Liliac Day? Ooh, anyone tell me. Mikey Mayfield, Liliac in the book. Oh, you guys are really into the combo. I love it. Yeah, good little sheep. Let me see. Olga, something positive to make you smile. A week and a half ago, my young basketball players helped me win. Oh, yeah, oh, my God, this is so freaking cool. Helped me win 253 championships on a Saturday, and one of the teams went 8-0-1 the season, going undefeated. Okay. You know how I'm honest. I cannot lie. I can't. You can't even pay me to lie. Can somebody help me figure that out? So, what does that mean? The teams went 8-0-1 the season, going undefeated. If I would have seen it in a movie, I would have figured it out. Because I could pick up the feeling. When they won 2 out of 3 championship games, and the 9 to 11 years old went 8-0 for a perfect season. Can you give it to me in like Riri terms? It sounds really good. My generation, let's see. My generation had an old saying: the only good politician is a ooh. Yeah, dead politician. I mean, come on. Even the Kamala, I am going to mess up that word. Because I have no respect for any politician. And that includes Mr. T, as far as, is he fallible like any human? Yeah. Do I think he's the better of them all? Well, if you know me, hold on, guys. For some reason, I just saw I had vitamin E oil. And if you know, on Locals, I fell down a couple times in the last month or so. And just something was like, you forgot to put vitamin E on your scab. But I'm not going to show you on the boob tube. But I will definitely show you on Locals. In fact, I already did. And you can go to Locals and click on it. I know, I should have done that before the live. But here we go. So, talking about the highlights. So I didn't hear the entire debate conversation that Elon Musk had with Mr. T on X. And I saw somebody, I think the Fox Vigilante or something like that. Let me bring it up real quick. Where they're like, here's the highlights. And again, that's their choice of the highlights. Let me see if I bookmarked it. I don't think I did. But you know what I did do? I did bookmark Yeah, here we go. Here we go. I didn't think I was going to. Guys, did you lose me for a second? I didn't mean to. Here we go. So here's some of the things they say. And again, I'm going to say some things that are not going to be popular, but I don't do things to be popular. I do things because real is what should be popular. Okay. Period. End of fucking story. So as you can see, they have some clips. There's some audio here. And they wrote like, from the conversation shifted to more ominous topic, the ideal location for a sniper, right? So they talked about, Mr. T getting shot and the attempted assassination. And, I'm like, and you can see I'm screen sharing, right? So you can see yourself, or you can look this up. Musk praised Trump for his response to the assassination attempt, noting that instead of retreating, Trump continued to fight with defiant spirit. The discussion then turned to policy, with Trump criticizing Vice President Kamala for her hypocrisy. Okay, so my thing is, I'm all about, obviously, free speech, open discussion, but like at the end of the day, let's get back to basics, and let's get back to the fact that actions speak louder than words. And although Mr. T did do a lot of things that he did say he was going to do when he was in office, but there was a lot that he didn't, or that, wasn't exactly how he said it. We understand when you're the CEO of a country that's a corporation. Let's not get into that. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. But without being political at all, just literally following my gut instinct, without judgment, without any judgment, I do believe, and I've said this in past live streams, especially on locals, but even here on the BoobTube and on Rumble and on X, that I remember, and I remember, I don't know which live stream it was, I don't know which episode it was, but I literally showed that moment that Mr. T was in office and he's sitting across from Obama. And I had been saying, but I don't think I had a channel then. Yeah, that's right. Right. No, I didn't have this channel yet. In 2016? And I remember telling all my friends and everybody close to me that I go, listen. And I didn't even follow any of that campaigning, nothing. I just remember seeing that, him sitting down and his body posture and his arms and his hands, and my instinct was louder than if like 50 church bells were ringing. And I go, this guy had no idea what he was walking into. As much as I know that they lie and they rub their hands together and they're all like lying and laughing, going, yeah, we got them. Like, we're on the same team. Like, we got our paycheck. We got our intel. We got our, our hookups and shit. No. This guy, because of course, even if everyone in Congress thinks they know everything, no. Ultimately, the president is the one that gets the memo. And when he got it, he put on like the poker face, like, okay, all right, oh shit, oh, I never saw this coming, oh, I had no clue, oh my God, I don't know what to do with this right now, but I'm already here, right? I've been elected, period, end of story. And that moment is when I knew, this is exactly what I've been saying. The shit is bigger than anybody wants to see or admit to. And it's going to take us, the majority, we the people, and I mean globally, to say no. Just like going back to the conversation I was just saying, talking about my meeting yesterday where they're like, oh, but we have to, it's going to be law. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't have to do shit. Why? Why is it like, I got to obey? No, you don't. And if the majority doesn't do it, can you imagine if everyone goes, you know what, from now on, I'm not going to fly. I'm not going to fly anywhere until you take that shit that you put in into the airports after 9/11, which is another thing I also did mention yesterday. I'm like, oh, really? They're going to do all that. Meanwhile, the border's wide open and people from all over the world are coming in here. And they don't have to be legal. They don't have to, buy a plane ticket. And nobody's stopping them. And they're getting help. And they're getting all this food stamps, money, all this shit, right? Hotels, you name it. And you, an American citizen, an abiding, non-criminal citizen, is going to pay more money. So just more. So you get taxed already on everything. And you're going to pay more money. And your only answer is, they're just being, prejudiced. It's, wait. What was the exact word that this person used? Discrimination. I said, why should we go through all that shit? So if everybody stopped flying, you don't think the airlines would change that shit? Of course, because who's paying the politicians? Who's paying these lawmakers that we didn't even vote for, You tell me who actually voted for that law to make us go through more and more, take your shoes off at the airport, all that shit. Tell me who. And like everybody knows, you've heard this before. I'm not the first person to say this, so I'm not going to say, oh, look at me, I'm so special, I fucking know something. When any time a government gives you another law, rule, policy, they never take it back. And here we're at. So, a couple years ago, I was in Miami, business trip. Not too bad. But I made it where I didn't have all I had was a backpack. I don't want any luggage. I'm like, I just want to go in and out as fast and easy as possible. But when I was coming back from another country, back in 2016, that's how long ago it's been I left the country. 2016. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I might have gone to Mexico. Nah, it was before then. Anyway. And here we are, massive lines. I'm an American citizen. And now we got to stand by this machine. And it's got to scan you. And even when I was like doing everything in my power to get out of that. Like, no, I don't need face recognition, all that shit. Like, I have sovereignty. That's the main reason I'm an American citizen. Not the main reason, right? Because remember, if you know me, my dad was in the Navy. So I was able to become an American citizen at 18 because I was born while my father was in the Navy. But I chose. I could have never came. I didn't have to go get my passport like, hey, I got the right to be an American, right? So I got lucky. I didn't have to do all this immigration stuff or request for anything or green card or anything like that. I had it because I was born while my dad was in the Navy. But I was like, I'm going to come here not just because I have this easy, free option. But again, is it really free? Is it really easy? My dad sacrificed his life. As a Navy man, he was also in sea many times, like for many years, 6 months at a time. It wasn't easy for our family. But we did it. And God bless my mother. She also, I don't know how she did it, but she did it with 6 kids. I'm the 4th of 6. But again, I'm like, even like every country's fallible. They all have problems. They all have mistakes. They all have the good, bad, and the ugly. But I'm like, I had already traveled the whole world. I grew up in Spain. And I'm like, this is the country that my heart resonates with, that my soul resonates with. And here I've been. And I bitched the whole way. The whole way. Especially about taxes and shit. So yeah. There's a few reasons why I haven't traveled out of the country. But the main reason is that I can't deal with that shit. It's like being stuck in like dead stop traffic. I'll literally pull over and walk. My brain cannot understand, cannot accept just sitting there. Just sitting. Have you ever been stuck in traffic to the point where you have to pee and you're like looking at something in your car to pee into? Maybe that's too much TMI, but if you know, you know. What's up, guys? Oh, my God. All right. Did I miss the explanation about the game? Oh, I'm so sorry that I don't get it, but it sounds really good about the whole game thing, William. So here's what we're going to do. How about you guys tell me, what do you really think about the Olympics? Because I'm still stuck on the fact that the boxing of a female with the Algerian who literally did not pass the XY, and yet they still walked with a gold. Now, I'm not upset about it. I'm just saying, at this point, that system, that tradition, the Olympics is done. It's done. It's done. If anybody can say whatever they want, and anybody can choose that, even when the laws, even when, biology, science, facts, doesn't matter. And I didn't see the closing of the Olympics, but I did hear and read a few posts about how the closing was this demonic, satanic ritual as the intro, which I'm not shocked, because that's their thing. They don't need you. We continue to buy their products. So anytime people do like hashtag boycott this or that, Target or celebrity, or boycott the Olympics, but they didn't get boycotted because they already got the money. They already got paid. Everybody's been paid. It's done. They don't care that if you watch. We're going to do what we want because we got it all anyway. So, I hate to burst your bubble, but literally, like McDonald's, how much more money people are paying for shit that's even shittier than it was years ago. But at least people knew they paid for shit because it was cheap. But now you pay a lot for shit. So we really have to change. We really have to go, I'm not eating out. I'm not buying these products. I don't need it. So I had a stomach flu. I never get sick, by the way, but I did. I went to an event, and it was a closed quarter social thing. You know me, I'm fearless. I was cool. I went. But I think I had been running around, so I'd been spreading myself thin. So I'm not shocked the next day. At first, I thought it was food poisoning. And then I realized, no, this is a virus. Without giving you the details, I don't want to gross you out. But I'm still recovering. And that was Wednesday night. In the middle of the night, I woke up. I was like, ooh. And you know what? I don't go to the doctor. I don't take a pill. You know what I did? My stomach didn't feel right. I go to the kitchen, grab a teaspoon of baking soda and water, drink it like a shot. Immediately, my stomach felt better. My whole body still was like, but my stomach felt better. Then comes the worst part that I'm not going to get into on the boob tube. I will tell you on Locals if you want to know. But I'm like, wow. So I was literally in bed, and I'm not a sleeper. Like I sleep, but I don't do naps or anything like that. So for me to be stuck in bed, my head felt like 1,000 pounds. And so I literally was in bed Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then yesterday I had some appointments that I go to with some clients like I was telling you about in that conference room. And it was like, I felt like, I'm not 100%. I'm still feeling weak. But I was so happy to be outside and have some sunshine. Because we know we need that vitamin D. Not that D, okay? Get your head out of the gutter. Not that I don't love. Okay, see? If you really want to get to know me and you really want to have a good time in a conversation, Locals is where it's at. So yeah, I was screen sharing about this humankind. Yeah, I feel like I don't feel 100%. So I wasn't feeling that today was going to be the day that I'm going to do the live reaction to that. But I'm jonesing. I want to know, who's this new artist, the Jeff, humankind, The song is called Big Dogs, featuring Kalmi, Def Jam India. But I'm looking forward to it. Especially if you didn't know. I finally got to 10,000. Thank you. Thank you again. You know what? Hold on. Thank you again for the 10,000 subscribers. It's an awesome. I don't know. Sometimes these mouses, like I can just go beep and it's like out. So I don't know if you guys lost me or I just don't know if I just lost the screen, but you guys were still seeing my my goofy ass going. Yeah. And I'm feeling Liliac. Again, I got to 10,000 subscribers. It's just you can't even explain how amazing it is and how much work it's taken me, especially with all the shadow banning. And I thank you, every single one of you, especially those that join me live all the time. You know who you are. But I gotta have a moment here. 10,000! I got to 10,000! Yay! Yay! Thank you guys. I love you so much. I'm gonna wrap it up for now. I'm gonna take a quick break. You know, I gotta go take care of my necessities. And I'll see you on Locals. Give it like about 5 minutes. Again, I put the link in the live chat. I also put in the description below. Stay tuned if you don't want to miss, because you never know what I'm coming at you with, especially the live reaction. So make sure to hit all that notification bells, you name it. Thank you for all your love and support. Become a member. What you waiting for? Especially during the live, because I'll definitely do a song and hoopla and all that shit. And it's not an act. This is literally how I really am. If anything, I actually tone it down for the Olga S Press show. Because I just feel like it's never the same as in person. But that's the goal here. That's the goal. All right, my friends. Oh, thank you, Sean. Thank you. Oh, my God. All right. Thank you for being here. Like I said, all your comments, your suggestions, everything, leave it in the description below. I mean, in the comments below if I missed your live chat. I love you. And like I said, I'll see you over on the other side. Until next time, on the other side in a few minutes. Locals, baby!